What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. Link will be in the description box below as usual. Go get it. PayPal link there also. They asked me to put it up, so I put it up. But this video is entitled NFL Free Agency Incompetence. So I've been peeping all these free agent moves, and it makes me laugh. But this year in particular, it lets me know how stupid these general managers in these organizations are. Why am I saying this? It's always been these idiotic arguments. You know, we're paying this guy too much money. You put out on Front Street that you paying one guy too much, while you're actually paying a sorry guy more. You know, i.e., the Giants. They're worried about giving Odell all that money. The only reason you was paying Eli Manning is because Odell was there. He sucks. He's always been an average regular season quarterback. He's phenomenal postseason. Kind of like Joe Flacco, right? But follow me. We have to have a quarterback. The incompetence is rampant. Because y'all can't move on from quarterbacks. You know, it's funny how you can't move on from a position if guys was good and now he's not good anymore when he's a quarterback. But everybody else who's a skilled player, oh, they're long in the tooth. They just can't hack it no more. You're incompetent, and this is why you're going to lose. You know, the other thing that cracks me up is this: people are, you don't pay people who are in dependent positions, i.e. receiver, running backs have a short shelf life. As if quarterbacks aren't a dependent position. They got to depend on a line. They got to depend on a good running back to keep a pass rush off of them. They got to depend on receivers to get open. That's a hyper-dependent position. But, only independent positions I could think of off the top of my head is an edge rusher and a cornerback. They're on their own. Go get the quarterback, and if you're a lockdown corner, you on your own. But moving a little bit forward, the incompetence is rampant when you got people not understanding something. Antonio Brown got traded to the Raiders. And I think the Steelers are idiots. You want to blame Antonio Brown because he did so much to leave. You let him go. Le'Veon Bell didn't play last year because you don't pay people, or you try to jerk people. As Antonio Brown stated in that little ESPN thing with the gold mustache, the blonde mustache. If y'all look at it, there was a point he was sitting out there in Liberty City, and he said it. You know how the Steelers go. When they get on the back end of the contract, they jerk you. Since there's no guaranteed contracts, these players are like, I'm getting all my guaranteed money. We're going to keep renegotiating. Period. But here's the problem. This is why you're incompetent. Because you don't want to pay people, but then you turn around and pay somebody of a lesser value in a different position that same amount of money, or maybe even more. Without having a comparable replacement. Like people will say, the Ravens. Okay, they lost a running back, they got one. Then they lost a safety, then they got what you would consider an upgrade. You won't say Eric Weddle's old, but you'll say Earl Thomas is old. That sounds stupid to me. But I get age plays a factor. But the Seahawks wouldn't pay Earl Thomas. They made the playoffs without him, so that's a positive thing. But here's the incompetence. the Ravens, it seemed like they just breaking up their team. Suggs gone, but they got another pass rusher. What is the linebacker? That C.J. Mosley gone. I don't know how you gonna fix that one. That's a big one. You know. But it lets me know that people realize in the NFL organizations, you know, we're gonna have to spend to win. But here's the problem with that, because you're seeing organizations damn near turn over overnight, and you got to start wondering to yourself, so you were tanking the year before. This is what you were doing. You were tanking, and you put a sorry team out there, knowing it was sorry. You know, you put the coach out there trying to say he was going to try to play to win, but you know you didn't give him talent. So the next year you can get people and act like, you know, it was the coach, his bad coaching, but it wasn't your bad business practice, because everybody rolls out, says they're trying to win, but you're not. That's ridiculous. The other thing about that is value. You know, if you're going to trade somebody for draft picks, just make the clear assumption that the person that you might pick probably is going to not be as good as the person that you got rid of. You know, incompetence. Just incompetence. I'm going to get this is why I chuckle when I look at stuff like this, because what winds up happening is a team, you know, has a team and a player part ways, and they think, oh, we can get another one just like them. And then 10, 20 years go by, you still ain't found another one just like them. But you wind up paying a free agent that reminds you of another player in a different position that you got rid of at the previous time, that, you know, we wish we would have kept him, so now we're going to pay this dude because he's a close reminder of the person we got rid of 10 years ago. You know. You know, we can get another running back like that. Like the Detroit Lions. They didn't have, since Reggie Bush left, they had a hard time getting a running back. Javid Best was cool, but you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. You know, they thought they realized they couldn't replace Megatron. That's a hard one. You know. You can't replace a Barry Sanders. That's why they keep those guys. But this is the incompetence I'm talking about. You know, and here the part about paying people that lets me know is stupidity is you have a problem with skill position people getting paid. That's what this is about. I'm gonna tell you why. Can a cornerback, receiver, safety, tackle, guard, center, you know, slot receiver, tight end, can they play 6 good games and then get a max contract? No. Quarterback can. Can you fill in? You know, you come in as a backup for a couple of weeks and you make a killing a couple of weeks, and then everybody, oh, he's the next big thing. Next year we're going to give him $50 million guaranteed. Quarterback can. Fill in for Peyton Manning, look average on the team that wins the Super Bowl. Oh man, this guy, he's the next one. What? This is incompetence. And then when you got players who produce for you, who make multiple Pro Bowls, I just can't. We just can't break bread. Okay. This is why it's becoming so easy to build a team, because a team can go from worst to first because you spent so much time tanking. You realize, look, I can't be. Obviously, my plan of winning doesn't work well. So now I got to spend some money to get some actual talent here to turn this thing around. Which lets me know you're incompetent because you can't draft. You don't have a game plan when it comes to building a team. And when something works, you scrap it. So just say you out to sell tickets and build hope, because that's all you're really doing. Because by the looks of it, as a fan, I like to see the moves being made, but it's constantly year in and year out lets me know that you guys are incompetent. And the draft is going to show it again, because there are going to be some people that, you know, you're going to have people with, you know, C's and D's and F grades in a draft. Like, what were they thinking? They had better choices because they don't know what they're doing. That's simple and plain. They don't know what they're doing. A lot of these GMs don't know what they're doing. Period. A lot of these owners who hired these people, they hired people who didn't know what they were doing, and they knew it. So, of course, it's incompetence. And I kind of enjoy it because y'all stupid. Y'all entertaining. More entertaining than the sport sometimes. So, like, share, subscribe. We out. Peace.